back. Good morning, everybody. Where is this? Hold on, let me send a quick tag. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the room. Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Our very first ladies' room together for 2025. Imagine this, yeah. Let me take the music down a little bit. It's 2025. Remember when we went into, well, some of you may not. When we got into the 90s, it was like a big deal, right? I was looking at my visa and I'm like, it expires in 2030, and I'm like, wow, 2030. That's like 5 years away. Now in 2025. So basically, all that this means is that life waits on absolutely no one. It just keeps on going. The clock keeps on ticking. The seconds, the minutes, the hours just go by. Before you know it, it's a day, and then it's night, and then it's another day. It's just like moving. So let 2025 be a year of prosperity, blessings, health, more positive energy, more positive vibes, and that's what I want to focus my very first ladies room on. And also want to take the opportunity to say special thanks to each and every one of you who stayed with me for another year, who journeyed this journey with me for another year without fail. Every day you find a seat, you take your place in the room. Thank you so much. I do not take it for granted because there's a million other places you can be, but you guys choose to tune in here, whether online or via YouTube or Facebook Live or radio, wherever you listen to me from. And this year is almost 25 plus years of radio, and to me it's a big deal. The thing about it, too many times we wait for people to celebrate us, but we need to start celebrating ourselves, because when you look at it, if you were to wait for that to happen, the likelihood of it happening, maybe when you're 6 feet under and somebody's reading out your eulogy or giving some little speech about your life, and oh, she was this or he was that and he did this and he did that, and when you were alive, nobody took the time out to recognize what you did and celebrate what you did, and the little footprint you made and the little impact you made. So sometimes you gotta stop and just celebrate you whenever and however you can. And someone says, you realize y'all don't see when people work Monday to Friday, in pain, snow, storm, people show up. And there's a lot of people who don't necessarily take the time out to rejuvenate themselves, to rest, to regroup, to take care of their mental health. And that, from last year, I put it at the very top of my list, and this year I'm going to be doing it's a continuation of sorts, taking care of your mental health. It may seem like, we just come here and we talk and what have you, but every single day I have to, and the rest of our personalities, but I'm speaking for myself this morning, you have to mentally prepare yourself. This isn't physical. It doesn't take up much in terms of physical energy, but mentally it does, because whether I'm in a good mood, whether I'm feeling well or not, y'all don't care. You just want me to be here and give off good energy and good vibes. There are days I'll be here in pain and you will not know, because you don't care about that. If I'm in pain, you basically say, well, stay home, right? Don't come here and transfer that. We already going through our stuff. So when you come here, please just give us the energy and give us the good vibe. That's what we want to hear. Whatever you got going on, that's your problem. So you have to take care of your listeners, and you also have to take care of yourself. So every opportunity I get to take care of myself, I'll be doing that. Too many times we put other things and other people, at the very top of our list, and we put ourselves first. And if you continue pouring and you're not refilling, you're going to be depleted, right? So you're filling up a cup somebody else is drinking and you keep on pouring and pouring. Sooner or later, when you run out, what happens? A lot of the times you look back and the people you were pouring into, they're not even there to help you refill. So we have to stop sometimes and fill up your own cup, because sadly you can't, you know, and you shouldn't have to depend on other people to do that for you, truth be told. You really shouldn't, you know? So it's okay to learn to fly. It's okay to do your own thing. It's completely normal, and not being so reliant and dependent on other people. But anyways, I got ahead of myself as per usual. So let me just pause for a minute and recognize everyone in the room and say thank you so much for your well wishes. Thank you for your Happy New Year's and, you know, all the good greetings and all of that. That's that. So you know what's next? February 1st. Trying to make me not have nothing this year. Trying to make me only have nothing this year. Thank you for my Christmas presents, Sonia, Raymond Nelson. Thank you so much, Catherine. Who else? Troy. Troy Coutain. Troy Neptune. Good morning. Love in the house as always, bro. Yeah, you're one of the good ones. Yeah, peace and love all the time. So I just want to say special morning to everybody. Shantae, thank you so much for being here mostly every day to tag and check people in. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. Good morning, Linda. Dawn, good morning. Prodigal daughter is back. Morning, Marianne. I'm not a prodigal daughter. Good morning. Good morning, G-Eds. Good morning, Kizzy. What's your papa yowing about? Morning, Jenalyn. Morning, Jackie Douglas Adams. Good morning. I see you reminiscing on old time days when Car Wash put up picture years ago. Listen, it's a new year. It's either you do the do or you move. One in the two. But either way, fix up your argument. All right? Good morning. Good morning, Lisa. Morning, Marvin. Dwight, good morning. No, it's not giving. It's what when it's needed you have to take it. Good morning, Valerie. Della Fletcher, morning, Roxanne. Raquel, good morning, Christelle. Judy, good morning to you, and Happy New Year. Morning, Terrence. Those of you who I spoke to during the holidays. Gabby, good morning, Gabby. Hope you're good. Morning, Christelle. Good morning, Maureen. Dandelion, Jenny. Who else is here? Whenever I start this live, this mouse always decides to play the fool. Sonia, Patrice Alexander, good morning. Roderick, good morning. Ricky Anderson, big up. Roseanne. Now you have to. You have to. Self-care is important. Clarina, good morning. Hope you're good. Christopher Thomas Rayburn, big up yourself. Happy New Year to all the folks in the room. Terry Alexander, Happy New Year. Selector Vibes. Jensen from Honduras. Sam Jim. Sam, it's a new year. Fix up yourself. Hearing me low? Well, you need to turn up. We appreciate you, but you're coming like Blackstone on the PM now. Valerie says you look well rested. I am. Red Pepsi, good morning. Regina, big up yourself. Listen, the world is a big place, you know. You have to go places and see things. And I'm just thankful that I have the opportunity, because whenever I travel, I sit back and I'm like, wow, there's so much out here beyond, you know, our 133 square miles. There's such a different way of life, you know, just new things to learn, and it's something that I don't take for granted at all, you know, having this opportunity. And I often think a lot about, wow, what if I wasn't in a position to ever get on a plane? Because there are people who's never ever stepped foot on a plane. They've never stepped foot outside of Grenada, not even to go to Carriacou. And I say to those people, regardless of circumstances or situation, you have no idea what you're missing. The world is a big, beautiful place. And the only thing I don't like about it is the getting on the plane part. I wish there was a button you pressed and you say you clicked your heels like Dorothy in Wizard of Oz. I want to go, and you just appear on the other side. That's the only thing. And for the past, was it last week or the week before, there's been a series of plane crashes and what have you, and I'm like, Jaja, like now, why now? And and I was saying we really, really put faith in this big bird, this big iron bird, and two men. That's what you call trust. That you step on a plane up thousands of miles in the sky. You can't see anything but clouds. And you're sitting there sometimes, and I'm one of them. Soon as I get in, check in, I go to sleep. And you're there, and if that ain't trust me. So for 2025, that's how we ought to make our relationships or be in our relationships. If you can't trust your partner like the way you trust a pilot to fly a plane millions, not millions, but thousands of miles, and you sitting there not asking a question, if that ain't trust, I don't know what is. Seriously. But sometimes you have to trust in the man above and keep faith that all shall be well. And, you keep it pushing. So that's exactly what I did. 36,000 feet, 36,000 feet above ground. You got me. Your man, me trust that boy and them. Nah, man. You still have to go. Listen. So, someone was asking me about my preference now that I've done the UK and, I'm so used to going to the US. One of the things that I noted in the UK, well, people have more, when you put it that way, it's like you'll get into someone, you say hello to somebody or good morning and go to whatever, and they'll respond. The difference is you get on a bus or a train in New York or somewhere, you say good morning and everybody looking at you like, if you're mad, you're crazy, what's wrong with you? Or their head will be down in their phone and they don't even look up. So I think that's what the British are known for. They're very respectful. They will acknowledge your greeting or they'll smile and they'll compliment you more. The amount of I like your hair I had, New York, they'll be looking at you like, etiquette, that's the word. No, I'm not choosing thing, but in terms of things to do and what have you, you can't stop the US for that. So I was taken to a couple events. And one thing I will never understand is what they call their raves and the music that they play in those raves. And I'm standing there looking like Chicken Little, like looking all around, and you see people enjoying themselves. And people are playing one soca, nothing, nada zilch, no little cocoa tea in the morning. Some funny R&B, how you call them? R&B-ish song every event. And I swear I probably went to about 4 or 5. Was R&B-ish, how you call them songs? People, rare grooves. No little dancehall, no. And if they do play a couple reggae, it's them, what you call it, revival. Them long time reggae. And me being a reggae lover, I still don't. I'm like, who's singing this song again? Who's this person? I swear, it's no Gabby. What are you reaching, white man? Oh, white man reaching this conversation. Gabby, no. How are you talking about music and you come bringing white man over here? That will never happen. I have no issues with people dating outside of their race, but that's not for me. Because the way my head's set up. Mm-mm. But yeah, it's just different. The way they party, well, they rave. It's different. It's different. Selector Vibes, you've been in which England? Not you the same one that make up stories saying you went in a woman sent for you. That not the same Selector Vibes that had the whole of Facebook on their airs a couple Saturdays back saying he sent a woman in he sent money for some woman in England and the woman and the woman Annie, good morning. No, one thing I don't like being hot, but I don't like being too cold. But the only thing I love about, the weather around this time, it really is good for your skin. It makes you, because there's no sun really to beat you. So it really, really works nice for, it really works out well for your skin. Because there's no sun beating you down, so it feels good on your skin. But, nah, papa. So those of you who live in the US, right? And the UK, where is colder? Which one of them is colder? Where you? Hold on. Morning.
Good morning.
How are you? You live on Power?
Yeah, this is Scintillating Flammer. I reaching out to know the terms and condition to get an interview in Power FM.
This is who?
Flammer, the village Sokamona King, 2 times Sokamona King. And I'm reaching out to Power FM to know what is the terms and condition to get an interview.
Interview for your music?
Yeah, I drop a new song and I want to see what could be the vibes with it, reach to the people and so on.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe you can send music at Power 95 and someone will reach out to you regarding that. Music
Okay.
at power95fm.com.
Okay, all right, on that music. Power FM.
Yes, power95fm.com.
Okay.
All right. Okay, the 2 time Soca Monarch since Flammer. All right, Flammer, big up yourself. I like that. You're starting early. Don't wait like them and come and jam up yourself down in August, and everybody else, and to take in front before in front take you. So yeah, they say Canada is much colder, but the thing about it is, it's always raining in the UK. I'm like, you get up, see 2 ounces of sun and 5 ounces of rain. Like there's no balance. It's like rain. So if it's raining and it's cold, to me that's like double cold. Jackie's a new year. It's too early for me to I'm trying to be a different, well, not really different, but be more mature in how you deal with certain things. I'm in England and got lost on a train. I got off, asked a black police officer what direction. He pointed the opposite way. The only thing was, and on top of that, it's like how we song to somebody who speaks probably Chinese or Spanish. I guess that's how I song to, because for one, they speak really fast and then they speak, what do you say, the Queen's English, and me, I'm trying to like speak proper English, and it's like I need a translator. What did they say? What did the person say? I have to constantly ask, what did she say? What did he say? That's the only thing I don't understand when they speak, because they speak very fast, and on top of that, the accent. It's like what? And I don't get it. But like I said, whichever way, it's always a nice experience to experience different places and different food. Y'all saw the food that I posted on my Facebook. Y'all blowing up my inbox asking where have you ever see anywhere in Grenada you're getting all this meat, and that is not like, what is it, 50 quid? Did I say $50? That's not even a good 50 pounds. Or am I saying dollars? Where here you go in and sit down and get all the meat, and you had like lamb, you had rib, you had chicken, like 4 different type of meat. Plus, y'all didn't see the rice on the side, and the sweet potato fries, plus the different types of salad. You have it, but you don't get it like that. And if you were to get it, it's probably going to be more expensive. So that's the thing. To me, when I travel, I don't want anything to do with no stew chicken. I don't want no oil down. I don't want nothing that I eat local. When I come back, I have enough of that. I always want to experience like because you get everything. You get Italian, you get Mexican, you get English, you get French, you get Caribbean, you get practically anything. It's like one big melting pot of food. The British accent go. Andrew, I don't get it. And then they speak. It's like every everywhere you go, there's different. You hear different accents. There's different accents, and you're trying to figure out what did they say. It's like like how the Jamaicans will leave out the H at. They pronounce it in such a what do you say stylish way. You should listen. Yeah, me say I should have told him go grill master. I want to go grill master. Listen. Sweet cakes. That's next on the bucket list. That's next on. I'm not going to any place and eat anything that I can find here. I do not want it when I travel. I'm sorry. I'm not eating anything I eat here when I travel. That defeats the purpose. You're eating this 365 days of the year for the most part. Why are you still going to look for the same thing? No. Spice Freshly Man says the coldest place I ever been in Alaska. Different regions have different accents. You want grilled alligator and braised giraffe. No, Papa, good. I think I'm good for that part. I'm trying. What I know, but in a different form. Hey Cam, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you and the fam. I saw my brother check in. Carrington, big of yourself. Happy New Year. But jokes aside, now let's get down to serious business. And like as I was saying, this year is practically a continuation of last year. Days don't stop. It just continues, right? But we just have the opportunity to make different choices, make better decisions, and, decide on what we want. And there's this guy that I follow a lot on TikTok. His name, I'm not sure how many of you into the Jamaican TikTokers. He's goes by the name Shalom, right? And there's this phrase that he says every time he comes on TikTok. Every day above ground is a blessing and a lesson at the same time. Every day above ground is a lesson and is a blessing and a lesson at the same time. Right? And that is how I want us all to remember each day as it comes. A blessing and a lesson. And you see a lot of people saying, oh, this year I'm going to cut off this, cut off that, cut off this person, do whatever. I mean, listen, people have a way of cutting themselves off. You just have to continue to do what you're doing, be who you are, and wouldn't have to do a thing. Eventually, they will take themselves out and sort themselves out. And there was one thing I made a mental note of, and I pray to God that in 2025 we make a concerted effort. I mean, it might be asking too much, but I still have to ask that we do better when it comes to. Last week I was, not very active on social media from the time I left, but I still took the time to patrol to see what's happening. And I saw this video making the round with Khalifa, and then I saw, it's like some of you just wait on an opportunity to pounce and to start attacking people without listening. Because Khalifa made a post, did a video regarding his song that was pulled down, and he made reference to the producer of the song having issues, and at no point in time he said anything about Vaughn or Mikhail Tasia having anything. And a matter of fact, he made mention of that. They had nothing to do with it. It was the producer. And because some of you feel that way about people for whatever reason, it's like you all hear and you don't listen, or you listen and you don't hear. But you take from it what you want and not what is actually said. And I saw some of you ranting and raving about Vaughn this and that and da-da-da-da-da. And the young man had absolutely... Vaughn is so unproblematic, so I don't understand why people have a problem with him. He is one of the most unproblematic artists you will find. He minds his business, stays in his lane, do the do, and I've never seen Vaughn cuss. Vaughn is always smiling. I don't see Vaughn interfering with people. And that is what y'all don't like when people are on problem. Y'all like problem and drama. Anytime a person decides to just mind their business, or either they switch or they're playing this or playing that, why can't we just allow people to be who they are? Everything doesn't require drama. Not everybody's into the social media drama, the back and forth, the cussing, and not everybody's into it. And like I said, he is one of the most unproblematic artists you will find. He's focused on his career, his craft. He's big on improving himself, and that is what you all don't like. You all hate when you see a person because you know them down the road wearing an old piece of dirty shorts or a piece of bust-up slippers, and now you see them wearing a Balenciaga or something. All of a sudden, they should remain wearing that old dirty bust-up slippers or that old tear-up T-shirt. They should not elevate. They should not be different. They should not do anything. He's somebody that you would be proud to say he represents well. Never heard his name called in anything untoward. Keeps to himself. You never hear him running down a bag of woman, or he did this or he did that. So to sit back and watch some of you just, take the opportunity to pull somebody to shreds without even listening, so much so. And Vaughn is one who gets attacked and he does not respond. He must have felt it to the point where he had to make a post to distance himself. And even when he did that, y'all still was going with the narrative that suits how you feel about a person. That, he's lying, and hold back and hold on. What reason Vaughn has to hold down Khalifa? Like, they're both good at what they do in their own way. Khalifa is a talented artist. Vaughn is a talented artist. Vaughn does not have to rely on singing alone to earn his bread. In case you don't know, he's a awesome writer as well. So he's an all-round talented young man. And it's like we just take every opportunity we get to just drag and pull at a person sometimes who has done absolutely nothing to you. But the minute time you get the opportunity, for whatever reason, I'm just praying that this is one of the things that we make a concerted effort to change in this new cycle. You don't have to like everybody. It's impossible to like and love everybody. There are some people that don't sit well with your spirit. I'm one of them. You may be one of them. You just go your way. You just go about your business. And that is my wish for 2025, that things that do not concern us, we will not spend so much time engaged in it. And we will focus more on self. It is not selfish to focus more on self. And if you were dealing with somebody who's now dealing with themselves and focus on themselves, you can't get upset. You can't be mad at that either. They say there's a time and place for everything under the sun. The most you can do is be appreciative, and you adjust your sails and you keep it pushing. You don't necessarily have to say everything. You don't have to talk about everything you're doing or going to do, because one thing I've realized in my 40 plus years on this earth, people don't like when other people are happy. So sometimes to protect your happiness, you have to keep it private. You don't need to make announcements. You just do what you have to do. You, your partner, your whatever, your family, and you just keep it pushing. So I've gotten to a place where I'm not bothered by what other people do for themselves, for their well-being, because that's where I'm at right now as well. So it is my wish that in 2025, we spend more time focusing on our own personal development, our own personal growth. Because you might be 40s, 50s, 60s, whatever, there's still growth. As long as you're alive, there's still room to grow. There's still room for improvement as long as you breathe. And it's just sad that we are still so focused on what other people are doing and who other people are doing and why other people are doing, unless on what we should be doing. Listen, The best thing I ever found in my 46 plus years is peace. And this is a peace that money cannot buy. And I am doing everything in my power to protect that. If you have to fight, I am going to fight to protect it. Because, like I said, people don't like seeing you at peace, and people don't like seeing you happy. People like when you're in constant turmoil, when you're stressed, when you're cussing, when you're beating up yourself, and then they sit back and, okay, right, to have company. So no matter what people say over there, no matter how they feel about you, that's them. Let people deal with whatever demons they have, whatever battles they're fighting. You can't win everything, and you can't deal with everything. You can't fix everything. All you can do is fix you and work on you. There's a lot of things that you need to do, so do it. Misery love company. Of course, we all know that. And too much of you are feeding into misery and giving misery life. You're adding misery, fire to misery, and that's what misery likes. So I'm not going, it's a thing I had to play in 2025. I'm not going back, and there are some things, places that I'm not going back and forth. Where is it? I saved it to share. Yeah, some places I'm not going in 2025. And I mean, I started last year, but it's like I said, it's a continuation. Not going back and forth with people. Not doing drama. Minding your... I think this is it.
2025. You don't have to go out of your way. You don't have to be the bigger person or try to maintain relationships. You don't have to fix anything you didn't break. You don't have to reach out to those who don't reach out to you. You don't have to support those who don't support you. You don't have to try to make everyone happy. You don't have to explain yourself to anyone. And you don't have to keep people in your life who don't bring you peace.
You heard it? Or do I need to play it again?
Things you don't have to do in 2025. You don't have to go out of your way. You don't have to be the bigger person or try to maintain relationships. You don't have to fix anything you didn't break. You don't have to reach out to those who don't reach out to you. You don't have to support those who don't support you. You don't have to try to make everyone happy. You don't have to explain yourself to anyone. And you don't have to keep people in your life who don't bring you peace.
That's what I'm working with. You're not a roti and you're not rum. You can make everybody happy. I have this at the very top of my list. You don't have to. Nurse Sarana, good morning. Happy Monday to you and the fam. You don't have to. You're not a roti and you're not rum. Can't make everybody happy. Debbie Crony, good morning. Oh, my life on face for a roti. No, you don't have to. Morning, Michelle. You don't have to. And as long as you understand that, that's where you find your peace. Yeah? So we just have to respect people's place, respect people's space, respect people's position. Doesn't matter how long you've been on a journey with someone and they want to go alone, you have to respect that. You can't force anything. And that is why we are constantly in turmoil and uneasy, because we force things. We force energies. You know you ain't like her, but you're still forcing a friendship with her. You know you can't stand her, but you're still forcing just to be in the know or just to be in the thing. Let it go. Stop forcing yourselves in places you're no longer fit. People are listen, the same way you outgrow, I'm sure the clothes you wore when you were 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you cannot wear them anymore because you outgrew them. And that is okay. And once you come to the realization that, hey, sometimes you outgrow certain things, and as you get older and maturity steps in and you just find that peace that I keep preaching about, and it's a peace that I hope everybody will find at some point, because when you get there, absolutely nothing bothers you. It's like your immune system on the outside trying to poke your skin and it can't. At the end of the day, you can't tell people what to do. It's totally up to you what you decide to do. Take it or leave it. But I just wish that for each and every one of us. Tomorrow is not promised. Just a while ago, I made a quick scroll and I saw a lady by what's her name? Miss Helena. I remember her because I used to buy food from her when I worked at that radio station in St. Patrick, Real FM. She had a little restaurant down the road. And I lived upstairs her restaurant when I worked at that radio station years ago. And she was an awesome, awesome lady. There are days I would go to buy food, and sometimes the amount of food I get, I ain't even have to come back the next day. And I saw her daughter posting this morning, rest in peace to her, and she just saw her yesterday, you know, was talking to her yesterday, and she's gone today. And a lot of us get up every day and act as though, you know, we sign some sort of contract with God or whoever you believe in, that you're going to be here forever and ever, amen. Like my good friend Patrick Delves told me a couple weeks ago before I left for my Christmas, on my Christmas trip. Once upon a time, you would hear, the most you would hear, high blood pressure, diabetes. That was the leading cause of death. And that was more among older people. But now, according to him, he's become so desensitized in that there's no age limit to the people who come to him ill. Babies, toddlers, teenagers, young adults, older people. So you have not signed, I have not signed any contract saying I'm going to live to a ripe old age. That is not a guarantee anymore. But the way things are going, people are literally here this morning and gone this evening. So if you want to continue doing the same thing and expecting different results, that's totally on you. But don't be upset at somebody else who is trying to make a difference, who's trying to do better. Don't be mad and don't accuse them of switching up or this, that, or the other. If you choose to remain the way you are, that is on you. But we can't get upset at somebody else trying to make a difference, you know, in their lives. And that's basically what I wanted to talk about this morning. And like I said, every day above ground is a blessing and a lesson at the same time. So take the blessings and take the lessons. Don't only take negativity. Don't only hop and gravitate towards negativity. Leave people alone. If it's not hurting you, it's not hampering you, let's leave people alone, you know? And wish people well. Takes nothing away from you to wish people well. We have a thing as though wishing somebody well or being genuinely happy for somebody, a lot of times we act as though it's gonna do something to us. But hey, it is what it is. Mentioned that it acquired by setting up a potential interview. Okay, I'll send you the information. All right, so guys, let's have a good day. Let's make this year a special one. Let's make this year count. And like I said, be well. Yeah. Thank you so much, Nirvana. Thank you so much, Beacon Insurance and Western Union, for making this show possible. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, God's will. Val says that's a new trend. When you try to do better, it's like a sin. Some try to push you down and think you moving funny. That's what it is. Carrington, when I come to New York, when it gets warm, whenever the sun comes out, when it's hot, let me know when it's hot. Anytime it's hot, I'm there. Had enough of the cold. Anyways, guys, I'll see you all tomorrow, all right? Thanks for checking in with me, and have yourselves a great Monday.